Ladies and gentlemen, today, we gather to talk about something more powerful than money, more valuable than time, and more influential than any external circumstance you may ever face. That power lies within you, your mind. The title of this speech is simple, yet profound: Master Your Mind, Master Your Life. Because the truth is, your life does not change when your environment changes. Your life changes when your thinking changes. Every success story you admire, every achievement you dream about, every goal you wish to accomplish, it all begins in the mind. Before anything becomes reality, it first becomes a thought. But here's the problem: most people don't control their minds control them. They wake up reacting instead of creating. They think based on fear instead of purpose. They allow doubt, negativity, and past failures to dictate their future. And then they wonder why their life stays the same. If you want a different life, you need a different mindset. Let me say that again. If you want a different life, you need a different mindset. Your mind is like a garden. If you don't plant positive seeds, weeds will grow automatically. Negativity, doubt, fear, these are the default settings. Growth requires intention. So the question is, are you intentionally shaping your thoughts, or are you letting the world shape them for you? Because every thought you think creates your reality. When you constantly think, "I can't do this," your brain looks for proof to support that belief. When you think, "I'm not good enough," your actions begin to reflect that insecurity. But when you start telling yourself, "I will figure this out," something powerful happens. Your mind shifts from limitation to possibility. And that shift changes everything. Mastering your mind starts with awareness. You have to become aware of your thoughts. Most people live on autopilot. They don't question their thinking. They just accept it as truth. But not every thought you have is true. Some thoughts are based on fear. Some are based on past experiences. Some are simply habits you've developed over time. Just because you think something doesn't make it real. You must learn to challenge your thoughts. When your mind says, "You'll fail," ask yourself, "What if I succeed?" When your mind says, "It's too hard," respond with, "It's worth it." When your mind tells you to quit, remind yourself why you started. This is how you take control. But mastering your mind is not just about positive thinking, it's about disciplined thinking. Because discipline is what separates dreams from reality. You can have the best mindset in the world, but if you don't act on it consistently, nothing changes. Your mind must be trained. Just like your body needs exercise, your mind needs training. Feed it the right information. Surround yourself with the right influences. Limit negativity. Focus on growth. Ask yourself daily, what am I allowing into my mind? Because what you consume mentally shapes how you perform physically. If you constantly watch negativity, listen to doubt, and surround yourself with people who complain, your mindset will reflect that environment. But if you expose yourself to growth, learning, and positivity, your thinking begins to evolve. And when your thinking evolves, your life evolves. Another key to mastering your mind is controlling your emotions. Let's be honest, life is not always easy. There will be setbacks. There will be failures. There will be moments when things don't go your way. But your power lies in how you respond. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you react. Your reaction determines your direction. Strong minds don't avoid challenges, they grow through them. When something goes wrong, most people ask, "Why is this happening to me?" But successful people ask, "What can I learn from this?" But only if you choose to learn from it. Mastering your mind also requires patience. We live in a world that wants instant results. People want success overnight. They want change without effort. But real growth takes time. You don't build confidence in a day. You don't achieve greatness in a week. It's a daily process. Small improvements, consistent effort, long-term thinking. That's how you win. Your mind must be trained to stay focused on the long-term vision, even when short-term results are slow. Because the truth is, most people quit too early. They don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they stop. And they stop because their mind convinces them it's not worth it. This is why mental strength is everything. When your mind is strong, you keep going. When your mind is weak, you look for excuses. So build your mental strength. How? By doing hard things. Every time you push yourself beyond your comfort zone, your mind gets stronger. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you grow. Every time you keep going when it's difficult, you build resilience. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Your mind will always try to keep you safe, but safe doesn't mean successful. If you want to grow, you must get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's where transformation happens. Another powerful principle is visualization. Your mind doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. When you consistently visualize your goals, clearly and emotionally, your brain starts to believe it's possible. And when your brain believes it's possible, your actions begin to align with that belief. See yourself succeeding. See yourself achieving your goals. Feel the emotions of success. Because what you see in your mind, you can create in your life. But visualization alone is not enough. You must combine vision with action. Dream big, but work bigger. Because without action, your dreams remain ideas. With action, they become reality. Let's talk about self-talk. The conversation you have with yourself matters more than any external voice. Because you are with yourself 24/7. If you constantly criticize yourself, doubt yourself, and limit yourself, your life will reflect that negativity. But if you encourage yourself, believe in yourself, and push yourself, your life will reflect that strength. Be careful how you speak to yourself. You are listening. Replace, I can't, with, I'm learning. Replace, I'm not good enough, with, I'm improving. Replace, this is impossible, with, this is challenging, but I'll find a way. Words shape thoughts. Thoughts shape actions. Actions shape results. So choose your words wisely. Another important factor in mastering your mind is focus. We live in a distracted world. Social media, notifications, endless entertainment, it's easy to lose focus. But focus is a superpower. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. If you focus on problems, you feel stressed. If you focus on solutions, you feel empowered. Train your mind to focus on what matters. Set clear goals. Prioritize your time. Eliminate distractions. Because success requires attention, you cannot build a great life with a distracted mind. And finally, belief. Everything comes down to belief. If you don't believe in yourself, nothing else matters. You can have opportunities, resources, and support, but without belief, you won't take action. Belief is what drives effort. Effort creates results, and results strengthen belief. It's a cycle, but it starts with you. You must decide to believe in yourself before the world believes in you. Even when it's hard, even when it's uncertain, even when no one else sees your vision. Because your mind is your greatest asset. If you master it, you can achieve anything. But if you let it control you, it will limit everything. So take control. Train your mind. Discipline your thoughts. Focus your energy. Believe in your